And it was just so amazing that literally these kids, after 30 seconds of hearing God themselves, began to get detailed words of knowledge about my own life. That was super cool, man.
Yeah. No fear. Yeah. King. Yeah.
There's so many groups that I would have where the kids would hunger to hear God's voice. And I would take them through this process of what it sounded like to hear God, what we call interaudibly, like within your heart, which is kind of a flowing thought, then intervisually, how God uses pictures and images, and then you have this inward knowing, or maybe you get the goosebumps or something like that, and how to partner with that and what God is saying behind that. And God speaks in those kind of three main combinations, but there's so many ways within those combinations that He speaks. And so just explaining to the kids that and unpacking that, and there was just so many times where people heard, kids heard, grown-ups heard God's voice. And it was so amazing because so many times where I was going to activate a lot of youth, then the parents that were there or the people that were there working the event, they would go ahead and, well, I want to hear God's voice too. This guy sounds like he might know what he's talking about. And they end up getting just as rocked or more rocked than the youth that I'm talking to. Another story that was super cool is when I activated a group of kids to hear God's voice, and I was about to get married to Leah. And when they began to hear God's voice, we kind of went after some words of knowledge and just asked them, okay, God, what do you want to show me? After they heard about how much He loves them, and they began to kind of see these picture images in their mind and feel the presence of God, they said, Sterling, are the colors of your wedding, and they went down the colors of my wedding, are you getting married by water? I was getting married right by Jacob's Well in this beautiful place in Wimberley, Texas. And it was right by this little stream of water. And they began to describe to me the colors at my wedding that my wife had already picked out, and the place I was getting married, and then just things about my wife and my life that they couldn't have known. And it was just so amazing that literally these kids, after 30 seconds of hearing God themselves, began to get detailed words of knowledge about my own life. That was super cool, man. So it's like this teacher, all of a sudden you get the script flipped on you, and now you got kids that are speaking words of God over your life and telling you secret hidden things that really they could not known by logical means, but they got it supernaturally through the Spirit of God.